Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Norman. My metric number is 288447. So, our group choose BSN Math as our group study subject. Next, I will share about background of BSN Math. BSN Math is located at Inasis Base N in UUM and was established in the year 2018 by Encik Syakir. Next, BSN Math is sole proprietorship business that is fully managed by Encik Syakir as the owner of the Math. BSN Math also sold grocery stuff and stationery and stencil needed by UUM student. The staff of BSN Math are mostly UUM student who work part-time at the moment. The business has 14 part-time staff on board. As we talk to the owner, we decided to elaborate more about the BSN Math purchasing ordering system. For the business transaction process, there are 4 purchasing process conducted by BSN Math manager, which is review the delivered order inventories record, prepare to purchase the order inventories, receive and recheck the purchase order inventories, and lastly, review and update the inventory files. Here we got some supporting documents, which is the left side is purchase order and the right side is delivery order.
Table of entities and activities. The first entity that involved in this purchasing process is store executive. They will review all the products that need to be restocked and then notify the suppliers via email or fax after preparing 2 copies of purchase order. After ordering process finish, they will file in the incoming purchase order while waiting for the delivery. As the delivery arrives, supplier will help to unload all the inventories. In the moment, employees of BSN Mart will handle the receiving process. The employee will inspect the inventory and ensure that all of the purchase arrived are equivalent to the incoming purchase order. The employee then will keep the delivery note and the purchase order copies into complete delivery file. After the receiving process complete, the store executive will review the document in the completed delivery file. They will update the current inventory available in the mart onto respective inventory card. For the accounting purposes, the original copy will be transferred to accounting department. For the second copy of purchase order and delivery note, both will be kept back in the completed delivery file. Next, I will present about the context diagram. As you can see, there is only 2 external entities here, supplier and store executive. The owner of BSN Mart, Encik Syakir, the one will handle the purchase, will give the purchase order to suppliers and the supplier will send back the order inventory list with the inventories. Then Encik Syakir will give the complete purchase order to store executive to keep the record.
My name is Nur Shamimi Zulaika binti Muhammad Rizwan, metric number 288046. I will be presenting about physical data flow diagram for BSN Mart. The physical data flow diagram is a graphical representation of how data flows through a system. It can be used to show the flow of data between people, departments or system and how the data is processed within each element. Store executive will review the inventory level from the inventory record file. To purchase order, store executive will submit or purchase order form to the supplier. When the purchase is complete, employee that has received the order will record all the data such as quantities received in the report and update the inventory data in the delivery file and purchase order file. After that, send the report to the store executive. From the receiving report, store executive will update the quantity received and stored in inventory subledger file and supplier file. So that's all about physical data flow diagram for BSN Mart.
Hello, my name is Adrielisa binti Abbar with metric number 288264. I represent about logical data flow diagram. A logical data flow diagram is a graphical representation of a system showing the system's processes, data stores, and the flows of data into and out of the processes and data stores. So this is the logical DFD for your purchase of the system. The first process involved in this diagram is to review the inventory and make a record of the inventory level when the inventory level dropped to reorder levels. The reviewing and delivering order inventories will be posted to the supplier's file and also to the purchase order file, which will be sent to the receiving process. After reviewing the inventories is to prepare the purchase order and send the purchase order to the suppliers. After completing the purchase order to the supplier, the third process is the receiving process of the inventory. This receiving process of the inventory will go to the delivery file, and this delivery file will send to the fourth process, which is reviewing and update inventory. The purchase order of the inventory will be reviewed and updated by the office executive after they receive the report from the receiving process. The quantity of the inventory received will be posted to the inventory subledger.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. My name is Nushwa Dementi Mahdin, metric number 288418. I will explain about document flowchart of BSN Mart. BSN Mart has two internal entities, which is store executive and employees. Because of that, the flowchart is divided by two. One is for store executive and another part is for employees. The flowchart begins with store executive review the inventory cards and list all products for reordering purpose. Then he will prepare two copies of purchase order, which is as you can see in the flowchart, purchase order 1 and purchase order 2. Purchase order 1 will be sent to the supplier and purchase order 2 will be saved in incoming purchase order file. After that, the external entities, which is supplier, will deliver the order together with supplier's delivery notes. The second internal entities, which is employees, will handle the receiving process. He or she will take out the purchase order copies from incoming purchase order and inspect the inventory received for possible damage. After the inspection, the employees will keep the purchase order copies together with supplier's delivery notes onto the complete delivery file by the date of the receiving. The store executive will review complete delivery file for all completed purchase orders, and then he will update the quantity order received to the respective inventory card. The original copy, which is purchase order 1, will be adopted in the accounting software, and purchase order 2 and supplier's delivery notes will be saved in the complete delivery file.